Hi. My name is Erica Lashana. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome. It's Wednesday, April 9th, 2025. First of all, shout out to my nephew James. Hi, man. Today is his birthday. He's 35. Well, yeah. Okay. Love you, man. Anyway, now I want to talk about LeBron James. First, LeBron James. Now, I'm not the one to be talking about sports and stuff like that. I was a cheerleader in middle school. High school, I understand football and basketball. I get it. But I'm not that girl. I get excited around Super Bowl and the playoffs. That's about it. Other than that, it's like, yeah, okay. Or if a fight break out, something got to really happen for me to be like, oh. And I'm not really into players and stuff like that. Like they're chicks. They know the guys. They know their names, what they look like. Please. If you really, really tall, I might be like, oh, he must play ball or something. But in no way, like if they're not mainstream, I don't really know. Like, ooh, there goes so-and-so. Anyway, I'm saying this because I don't know. I don't have many regrets in life. But I have one. And this LeBron James story, it was in the New York Post today by Richer. Anyway, the headline says, LeBron James is getting his own Barbie doll. So I'm like, okay, nothing wrong with that. My brother, he didn't have baby dolls or Barbie dolls, but he had action figures. The small ones, Star Wars, all that stuff. He had a whole bunch of action figures and stuff. Called them men. His men. We all called them men. But anyway, LeBron getting the Barbie doll. So it kind of struck a nerve a little bit because Mattel. Okay, so let's get into it. Sending LeBron James home during the NBA playoffs is never easy, but you can now bring him into yours. You cannot bring him into yours this postseason. James is taking on a new form as Barbie announced a doll for the Lakers star under their Ken Ambassadors line on Wednesday. Yeah, Ken got his own line or whatever. Quote unquote, we are excited to bring fans a new presentation of Ken that celebrates LeBron as a role model, his icon status, lasting impact on culture, and the dedication to settling a positive example for the next generation to reach their limitless potential. Krista Berger, Berger, senior vice president of Barbie, told the Post. So I'm going to stop right there because my sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Mattel made us a doll. So we'll get into Mattel in a second. So when my sorority turned 100 years old, Mattel made us a baby doll for our centennial because we were founded in 1908. So in 2008, Mattel made us a baby doll. It was like yesterday. I was sitting at my desk. I'm online, messing around. Walmart had them. I think that doll was about $35.99. I'll say $45.99. Under $50. And I was just sitting there and I was like, well, that's cute. I felt proud or whatever. We being recognized or whatever by Mattel and pretty pink and green gown and, whatever. I'm like, oh, we the first, we the finest. I wasn't surprised. But anyway, I told myself, okay, next week is payday. I'm going to get her next week. Oh my God. Next week rolled around. They were all gone, sold out. The price was so good. I was thinking in my mind like, ooh, I'm going to get each of my Sans one too, because it was 5 of us. Started with 6. That's a different story. So it's 5 of us. So I was like, ooh, I'm going to get my Sans one. And it's going to be a surprise. I had this whole thing in my mind like, ooh, When I looked on that, and I probably, no, oh God, I probably waited, dragging my feet or whatever. Walmart, them dolls flew off the shelf. I couldn't find them anywhere. eBay, them dolls was, people swooped them dolls up. They on eBay right now. Right now, because I looked today. People still holding on to them on eBay. I tried to, but that's how I learned about eBay, because I'm like, oh, I'm going to get in it. Got to be in it to win it. That ain't how eBay go. The seller be like, look, it's just a... Anyway, I'm getting upset thinking about it. So, them dolls on eBay start off at currently $888.88, and the highest is $3,000. So back to 2008. So I even emailed Walmart, because I'm that type of girl. I'll email anybody, corporate, anything. I emailed McDonald's one time, because that Big Mac, y'all not fooling nobody with the Big Macs. They used to be oven toasted. Now, when you go to McDonald's, look at them behind there. They get that plastic bag out, and they just put the bread come right out the plastic bag, all that stuff. The last Big Mac I had, I was disgusted. I had fingerprints all in it. That soft bread. Anyway, so I emailed McDonald's, and they was like, thank you, but thanks. They ain't even say nothing to me. They was like, thanks, girl. We know. Back to LeBron. So, with this baby doll. Excuse me, this Ken doll. So here's a picture. I really don't care that much. But it looked like him. So they did a good job in the face. He come with some earphones and a merce. He got a man purse and everything. He got a merce. His pants, whatever. Quote unquote, as a young kid, I was fortunate to have role models who not only inspired me, but also showed me what's possible through hard work and dedication, James said. Now, as an adult, I understand how vital it is for young people to have positive figures to look up to. That's why partnering with Barbie to release the LeBron James Ken ambassadors. Okay, so they ain't calling Ken doll, baby doll. Ken ambassadors doll is such an honor. It's an opportunity to recognize the powerful impact of role models who instill confidence, inspire dreams, and show kids that they can too achieve greatness. Quote unquote. Okay, so he's standing there with the baby, with the Ken doll. Okay, so yeah, he got on the he got fitted. He got accessories that come with it. Okay, LeBron. All right, so I'm getting there. James's doll will be donning a blue varsity jacket over a shirt with quote unquote "We Are Family" written on it, as well as Nike quote unquote "I Promise" brand, Nike sneakers, Beats headphones, sunglasses, a fanny pack, and a watch to complete the look. The varsity jacket also has patches on it that represent his achievements throughout his career, including an Ohio patch and another, his jersey number 3023. As part of the agreement, Barbie will be making an undisclosed donation to the LeBron James Family Foundation. All right, LeBron James. Okay, Mattel, the parent company of Barbie, will also donate a copy of James's children's book, quote unquote, "I Am More Than," for every doll sold at Target between April 14th through the 19th, up to $5,000. James will be signing a few dolls, and the Undefeated store in that's in all caps, the Undefeated store in Los Angeles, where they will be available for purchase, with doors opening at 11 a.m. Pacific time on April 12th. LeBron James will be signing a select few of Barbie dolls. The official release date is April 14th. James is in the midst of a wild playoff push with the Lakers after the team decided to overhaul their roster with a trade for guard Luka Doncic, Doncic, whatever. Okay. Oh, back to Barbie, back to AKA. When I emailed Walmart and I was like, "When are you gonna have them? Are you guys gonna bring them back?" They replied and said, "Well, they do it on supply and demand." So basically, no. You should have got one while you could. But anyway, so that's one little regret I have. Back on LeBron. All right, LeBron. I'm so glad you went. A lot of people going to Turkey to get their hair implants and stuff like that. LeBron, thanks. Thank you so much for going and get your stuff done. Because we all know. It looks good. Looks good. Now, I stumbled on some stuff because, like I said before, I was a cheerleader, so I understand the fundamentals of, sports and some sports. I really enjoy boxing and I like MMA. Like the raw stuff where it's just you just locked in the cage and stuff like that. But I hear people talking and guys and girls, talk about sports and stuff like that. And shout out to all the women that really know sports, stats, and they could sit down with the best of them and talk about all that stuff. Girls out there, they know how to do it. They know how to talk that talk. I just be sitting there like, yeah, I just want to host a Super Bowl party, game night / game night, and everybody have fun. That's what I get out of it. But anyway, I hear people talking about LeVar. I can't even say the child name. LeBron versus Michael Jordan. Who's better? All right. So I'm about to briefly run through something that I really don't care about, but I'm doing an experiment with myself because I like to test it. So I'm about to talk about this like I really care. Okay, let's go. The GOAT, GOAT. Debate between LeBron James and Michael Jordan is a matter of opinion with arguments for both based on stats, accolades, and the era they played in, but Jordan generally has a slight edge in terms of championships, MVPs, and scoring titles, while James excels in longevity and total points scored. Here's a more detailed breakdown. Let's start with Michael Jordan. Scoring dominance. Jordan is known for his incredible scoring ability, averaging 30.1 points per game in his career with 10 scoring titles. Next bullet. Championships and accolades. He won 6 NBA championships with the Chicago Bulls, along with 6 final MVP awards and 5 regular season MVP awards. Defensive prowess. Jordan was also a strong defender, winning Defensive Player of the Year and making multiple all-defensive teams. Peak performance. Jordan's peak performance is considered by many to be unmatched, with his scoring average and efficiency metrics being highly impressive. Now let's talk about LeBron James. Longevity. James has played for a significantly long period, playing 22 seasons, and is the NBA's all-time leading scorer. Versatility. James is a highly versatile player, excelling in scoring, rebounding, and playmaking, with 4 NBA championships and 4 MVP awards. Statistical dominance. James leads Jordan in rebounds, assists, and total points scored. Impact and longevity. Excuse the paper. James's impact on the game and his ability to maintain a high level of play for an extended period are significant. Yeah. So people look, you gonna like who you like. That's what I get from hearing people talk and stuff like that. Some people like LeBron, some people like Jordan. I grew up in the Michael Jordan era with the I want to be like Mike commercials, the shoes, the tongue hanging out, the dunking, him flying in the air, the movies, the endorsements. So yeah, LeBron is not a part of, I didn't, he wasn't a part of my generation. People love him, people don't. This is what I learned today. Oh, okay. What I didn't know, LeBron James, I had no idea that you are a flip-flopper. Now, I didn't know what that was. I'm like, what's a flopper? Wait. He's a flopper. This one article, LeBron, quote unquote, LeFlop James. All right, so I found something called LeBron LeFlop, LeFlop James flop compilation. LeBron, I don't know if you know, somebody made a whole compilation of you flopping. Now, I sat and watched 4 minutes and 48 seconds, LeBron, of you flopping. Okay. It was so bad. The guys, the men that were doing the commentating, what do you call them guys? One guy was like, "Oh no, not again, no, what do you say?" The announcers, the word flip flop was coming up so much. I was like, "Oh my God!" People in the comments under this article, everybody know him as flip flop. He be flip flopping and stuff like that. When I watched that, LeBron, ain't nobody touch you that much. LeBron be laying down. LeBron act like he like Patty LaBelle or something. You know, what Patty flip around and flop all around and kick her shoes off and all that. LeBron, ain't nobody touching you like that. Okay. One of them, LeBron. And you be selling it like you a wrestler. You know how you watch wrestling and they say sell it. You got to sell it to the crowd. You know, you ain't really hurt, but you got to sell it. LeBron, I swear to God, every time the flip-flopping, LeBron, that's why people don't like you, LeBron. And then your neck, that left shoulder. Child, if you don't leave that left shoulder alone, ain't nobody, I had no idea. That's why I think this is funny. Look, LeBron, one piece of that compilation video, Lord, and I had to take notes on this. LeBron, you coming down. Tristan Thompson accidentally brushed on you, and you ain't know it was your own teammate. He flopped down like, oh. I'm like, LeBron, come on. And the announcers was like, wait, no. Wait, what'd he say? What I'm saying? What the announcer said? This is ridiculous. Wait, no, this is getting out of hand. Oh, that's what he said. This is getting out of hand. When Tristan Thompson brushed you and you flip-flopped down on the ground, it was really Damari Carroll? I don't know these people. The guy was like, the announcer was like, this is getting out of hand. They named it a flagrant foul. It was a foul. Oh, that was a different video, LeBron. But back on when your own teammate brushed you and you was like, oh, come on, LeBron. That compilation, you flop around like a fish out of water. You always falling down. You got your my neck and my back. You another video, because they chopped it up real good for you. He was looking, somebody did, but it's basketball. They could bump you, somebody, and LeBron, they was doing you in slow motion and stuff. So I know what I'm talking about. So some guy did kind of bump you or whatever. He was like, oh, he get all on the floor. He be holding stuff. And, anyway, they named that a flagrant foul. It was a foul, excuse me. It was a foul per se. It wasn't flagrant, LaBron. See, that's why people don't like you. I didn't know you was flopping around on the floor all the time. Y'all know because y'all watch this stuff. LeBron, stop flip-flopping around. You is not Patti LaBelle, honey. Anyway, let's get to your sons. I heard LeBron ain't that good. So let's just start there. Who's better at basketball, Bronny or Bryce? This is an overview. As of March 29th, 2025, Bronny James is considered the better basketball prospect due to his NBA experience and draft status, while Bryce James, who is still in high school, has a promising future but is currently at a different stage of development. Here's more detailed breakdown. Bronny James is currently playing in the NBA for the Los Angeles Lakers. He was drafted by the Lakers with the number 55 pick. Has high school and NBA experience, putting him ahead in terms of current basketball ability. Was a conscientious 4-star recruit in high school. Bryce James is still in high school and committed to play basketball at Arizona. He's a 3-star recruit, has raw potential and a good height average, and at an easier stage of development compared to his brother. Now, what I do know, LeBron, is they be talking about your son, Bronny or whatever, talking about he ain't good, he trash. The kids call it ass. The kids say Bronny is ass, okay? And don't get mad at Stephen A. Smith. I don't care about him either. That hairline just make me nervous. But anyway, LeBron, when you got up there, yeah, we all know. We all know. When you got up there and confronted that man with that hairline or whatever, because he said something on the other show, and I ain't even going to get into that man and people feelings on him and stuff like that. People didn't appreciate that, LeBron, because if you can't take constructive criticism for they was picking sides and stuff and saying he's the dad first and blah, 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 whatever. I heard Bronny ain't all that. And I heard, he with the Lakers because of you. That's what the street is saying or whatever. He ain't that good. Anyway, did I mention your hair? Yes, thank you for that. It looks good. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here or whatever. My father loved basketball. Hey, Daddy. I would walk in and he'd be watching the game. And I said this before in a different video. Erica, who you want to win? Who you want to win? And I'll look at the TV and I'll be like, who you going for? Who you going for? And I will always say, who's winning? That's it. I ain't care. I ain't care then, and I don't care now. Who winning? I'm with the winning team. I really don't care. Then he'll ask me a little later, who's winning? The blue or the yellow? And then it'll be the other team winning. I'm going with them. You got a kick out of that. Yeah. All right. That's it. My name is Erica LaShawn. Please like, share, and subscribe. LeBron. I don't know. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.